Millionaire Son never walked until the new maid did the impossible. The first thing Leonard Graves noticed when he stepped into his penthouse that rainy afternoon wasn't the silence. It was the laughter, real high-pitched, breathless giggles. He froze in the hallway, briefcase still in hand, shoes soaked from the downpour. His tailored navy suit clung to his body, but he didn't move. He hadn't heard that sound in years, not since his wife was alive, and certainly not from his son. He walked slowly toward the living room, and there he saw it. His 3-year-old son, Elliot, blond, fragile, pale, was balancing on top of someone's feet, laughing uncontrollably. His legs, once limp and motionless, were now straightened, knees flexed, body bouncing with joy. The woman beneath him, lying flat on her back with her legs in the air, was Amara, the new maid. A young black woman. No medical training, no special credentials, just a quiet voice and gentle hands. She was laughing with him. Her dark hair was pulled back with a white headband, and her jeans creased as she shifted, steadying Elliot like an airplane on her feet. Leonard's heart skipped. This wasn't therapy, this was something else. She gently brought Elliot down, rolled him off her legs, and helped him stand. Not holding him, not guiding, just letting him be. He didn't fall. Leonard felt like the ground beneath him shifted. Elliot stood there on 2 feet, smiling, breathing, glowing. The boy who hadn't taken a single step in 3 years, the boy doctors said could walk but wouldn't, the boy Leonard had nearly given up on. Amara looked up and finally noticed him standing in the doorway. Her smile didn't falter. "Hi," she said softly, as if catching a neighbor, not her employer. What is this?" Leonard asked, his voice trembling. Elliot turned to the sound. He didn't run, but he walked. 3 wobbly steps straight into Leonard's arms. Leonard dropped the briefcase. It thudded against the floor as he knelt, grabbing his son before he could tumble. Elliot laughed again. Leonard's arms trembled around him. He looked up at Amara, speechless. "I don't understand," he whispered. "You don't need to," she said. "Just hold him." Leonard stood, holding his son tighter than he had in months. They said it was psychological, that he wasn't ready, that nothing would work. Amara rose to her feet, wiping her hands on her jeans. "Elliot didn't need therapy," she said gently. "He needed play and presence." Leonard stared at her. "How did you get him to trust you?" She tilted her head. "I didn't try to fix him, I just listened. He taught me how to speak his language." Leonard's throat tightened. He remembered the dozens of therapists, the clinical words, the tests, the insurance papers. He remembered walking past the nursery door, hearing silence, and continuing down the hall. "I was trying to save him with money," he said slowly. Amara nodded. "But he needed something free." Leonard sat down on the couch, still holding Elliot, who was now curled into his chest, peaceful. "Why?" he asked. "Why did you care?" She hesitated, then sat across from him, legs crossed. "I lost a child," she said simply. Leonard's breath caught. "He wasn't biologically mine," she continued. "I was a live-in nanny for a little boy named Jordan. He had the same eyes as Elliot, same fear of sound, same silence. His parents didn't believe in patience. They fired me when I asked them to slow down. He died a year later in a hospital bed." Leonard said nothing, just stared. "I wasn't there when he left. I've never forgiven myself for that." She looked at Elliot. "When I saw your son, I saw him." Leonard blinked away a tear. "I don't deserve this, not this moment, not his steps." Amara's gaze was steady. "Maybe not, but he does." Silence settled. Outside, the rain softened. Inside, something else broke, not in Elliot. In Leonard, the steel wall, the emotional armor, the perfect CEO mask. "I haven't been a father," he whispered. "Just a man in the same house." "You still have time," she said gently. Elliot stirred in his arms. He looked up at his father, yawned, and nestled back down. Leonard looked at Amara again. "You're not just a maid," she shrugged. "I'm not trying to be anything. You've done what none of them could." "I didn't heal him," she said. "I just helped him find himself." He looked back at his son, then said something he hadn't said in 3 years. "Thank you." Amara stood slowly. "He'll need consistency. He's still afraid, but not of walking, of being left alone." Leonard swallowed hard. "I'll stay home," he said. "More often." Amara nodded but didn't smile. "He'll know if you mean it." Leonard kissed the top of Elliot's head. "I mean it." And this time he did. The next morning the house felt different. Not because of the sunlight streaming in through the wide windows, not because of the smell of pancakes Amara had made, humming softly in the kitchen, but because Leonard Graves was still home. He sat on the rug in his crisp white shirt, sleeves rolled up, tie gone, watching Elliot stack blocks on his own, not speaking, just present. Elliot wobbled forward, reaching for a new one, and fell. Leonard flinched, but before he could move, Elliot pushed himself up, smiled. "Try it again." Leonard blinked fast. That had never happened before. Amara stood quietly at the doorway, drying her hands on a towel, watching the two. "You look surprised," she said. "I am," Leonard murmured. "I used to think he was broken." "He was never broken," Amara said gently. "Just waiting for someone to stop rushing." Leonard stood slowly. "I rushed everything. His healing, his childhood, even his grief." Amara didn't answer. He looked at her. "How do I fix that?" She stepped forward, handed him a toy dinosaur. "You don't fix it. You stay and you show up, that's it." He knelt beside Elliot again, holding the dinosaur up. The boy took it, then crawled into Leonard's lap and curled up like he'd been there 1,000 times before. No fear, no hesitation, just trust. "I can't believe I almost missed this," Leonard whispered. "You didn't," Amara said softly. "You're here now." There was a pause, then Leonard turned toward her. "Will you stay?" he asked. "As his nanny?" she asked, amused. "No," he said, more serious now. "As part of our lives." Amara's smile faded. "I didn't take this job for forever." "I know, but you changed our forever," he said. She hesitated. "I'm not asking out of charity," he added quickly. "I'm asking because you're the first person who saw him, and maybe you saw me too." Amara looked at Elliot, then back at Leonard. "If I stay," she said quietly, "it's as someone who keeps you accountable, not just to Elliot but to the man you want to be." Leonard nodded, tears building again. "Deal," she smiled. "Then I'll stay." Elliot reached up and touched his father's face, giggling. Leonard held his tiny hand and kissed it. In that moment, in the stillness of a room once filled with distance, a new family quietly formed, not by blood, not by title, but by choice. And that was everything. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, dramatic, and unexpected tales. And let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? We love hearing from all of you. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.